Here are 4 amazing sites that you're probably not using in your homeschool. Okay, so if you know a little bit about me, I love tech. I love finding things, and on this channel, I have made it one of my pillars to make sure I find the best resources that we just don't have time to find because we're busy mamas. So I've done a little digging, I've used it myself, and I want to make sure you know these resources are here because it will save you big time in so many areas, okay? So I'm going to take you to my computer, make it quick, and we are going to check these sites out. Okay, so we are going to go through just 4 websites. It'll be really quick, but I want to make sure that I walk you through how to use this. Okay, so you're on Common Sense. The first website is called commonsensemedia.org. This is a nonprofit. You do not have to pay. I choose to because it's an easy way to support the nonprofit, and I really truly appreciate the work that it does. So this is a way, this is a website that's jam-packed with information. So they have categorized all of the media by movie, TV, books, games, podcasts, apps, and some other categories, right? So let's say your daughter or your son's like, ooh, talking about the new, I don't know, Thor movie or whatever, right? Or a new PS5 game or something. And you're kind of just like, I wonder, is that okay for them? This is where you would go, right? This is like your parent sidekick for all things media. All things media. It's really, really an amazing thing. Okay, so for example, you're gonna go to, let's say books, because we use it for books. And when you go on books, you can do book lists. They give you suggested book lists. Or if you have an account, you actually put in the demographic of your child. So just like age and gender, right? And you can set things on there, triggers, for them to alert you on different things, right? So let's go to book reviews. Now, let's say you have a title that you see on Amazon or in the book store or whatever. You're going to type the title here. So I'm putting this because I know this is one we just did. So I put the title in. I'm going to the book. This book, it gives you the book, all the information about the book. But here is the amazing part of it. First, if you need to buy the book, you can buy it through here because what happens is they actually get like a kickback as a nonprofit, which is very much needed. I have one, and this is good for them if you don't want to just give, right? But you scroll down. Here's the cover. You can make sure it's the cover. In this section right here, it's going to tell you everything you need to know about this book. So for example, they separate it by educational value, positive messages, positive role models, diversity, violence and scariness, sex, romance, and nudity, language, all kind of things, right? It'll tell you what's in the book. For example, diverse representations. It tells you that in this particular book, this girl has spina bifida, and there is some stuff about the protagonist has a physical disability. Emmy's best friend speaks Spanish and is a Latina of unspecified national origin. The names and other details suggest racial diversity among the supporting characters. It's telling you a synopsis of what's happening in this book. Let's say you want to make sure there's not a lot of language, right? Okay, so here you go. Characters refer a few times to hearing or using swear words, and sometimes they even tell you what it is. So a customer orders a wheelchair bag with embroidery that includes an S word. Again, it's not specified. Single instances of sucks and all these other things. Single instances of these words are actually in the book, and you can make a decision on whether or not you want your child to use it, okay? Violence and scariness. It tells you where and what's happening in terms of violence and scariness in the book. It's amazing. Here's another great area. What parents need to know. if you go here, it just tells you a synopsis from a parent's point of view. What might I want to know about this book? It's right here. Now, this one doesn't have a rating, and most books do, but usually they have a review, like real parents review the book, and then they have what the kids review, which is very different than what the parents could say. The kids can be like, this book is great. The parents can say, too much. It's too much. And they are not biased on this site. So this is really great because you get to see two perspectives. And then it just goes down into, is it any good? What to talk to your kids about when you look at it, when you're reading this, and all the book details here. The publisher, number of pages, all that good stuff. If it's available on audiobook, I love it. I just love it. Let's look at a video or a movie. Well, let's do TV reviews. Okay, I saw this. I didn't see it, but I saw it on Amazon. I was like, well, I don't know what that is. Let's say we choose this first video, right? Say you put in The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power. This is not my thing, but for the example, that's what we're doing. We go there, it's gonna tell you what the rating is according to a group of parents and then according to a group of kids. Very different, right? So the kid's saying, I'm ready for it at 12. The parents are saying, no, sir, ma'am. 13 plus is what you need. So it goes through, it's going to give you some clips about what the video is, and the same thing as they do in the book. It's going to give you the positive messages. It's going to break everything down in terms of what's in this actual piece of media. Here, see, they're not biased. I can't read their stuff, but you can see these are adults. And then you click on the kids, and the kids say their thing, like what they think. And sometimes the kids don't necessarily like it, and they'll tell you. They tell you what the story is, and they tell you all of the information about the story and what network it's on. This gives you the power to make informed decisions. You may be on here, maybe you make this a regular part of your planning where you go on here and you look up things for the next month that you want your child to pick from. Or maybe you notice that your child is looking at a certain video. You notice that she's looking at a certain video. And maybe you're like, I need to see what that's about. So this is helping you do that. Okay, the next website that you're probably not using, which I don't know why, but this is for the ones that have littles who are trying to teach their littles how to read, okay? It's called Reading Bear. Reading Bear. It looks very unassuming. Oh, so many colors, so great. This website is amazing. There are apps that you are paying for right now. You probably saw an ad for before you talk to me or somebody else's video that does this. There are programs that I have personally spent money on that does the same thing, right? This Reading Bear is basically helping you teach your child how to read. That's it. You know how you're going through the lessons and you're like, you know the sounds, or you think you do, but like some of them are a little dicey. You might need a little refresher or maybe help doing it. This is a whole program, an entire program. So you can donate if you like. Again, this is a nonprofit. You can donate if you like. But let's go to the short A sound, right? And you're literally just going down the list. Short A sound. You can go through and practice by letter. But let's just go here. Okay, so when you go into the site, it's video based and audio based. So it's going to keep their attention. They also have worksheets that go with this and flashcards. And it's just a lot. It's great. So I'm not going to do it because of the volume. But you click on here, a video comes up, and it says the way that you're supposed to say the short A, right? And it prompts your child to go through these lessons on how to use short A and how it shows up, okay? And it gives you an explanation on the side. So audio flashcards, they're going to say the word or the letter sound, right? And then they're going to show pictures and words, the same word on the screen. And your child, it's going to prompt your child and you to interact with it. It's really, really good. It's really, really neat. And you can easily pair this with, the Teach Your Kid How to Read in whatever amount of days. It's a lot of books, a lot of reading aids that help parents teach their children how to read. But this is a free resource that really, if you just went through this over and over and over again, you will be setting your child up for great success. So that is readingbear.org. The next website is Explorer Magazine. This is National Geographic's. Now I know most of you guys are like, oh, I know they have magazines, because I pay for one of the magazines, the subscriptions. But this is actually really good. So this is their free magazine. This used to be a paid magazine, and they decided to make it free because they didn't want to incur the printing costs anymore. It became too expensive, and they transitioned over to a free digital environment, like to make it a digital magazine. But let me show you what's here. So you can go in and you can find things based on the grade or based on the edition, or just let's try the grade, right? So let's say we're going to let's go to grade 2, Pioneer. I'm gonna see all. When you go to this grade, you can see here there are 33 issues in here. Think about this. Most of us, that's a week. That's a magazine a week. That's a lot to go through, right? Okay, so when you go to the actual thing, they tell you when it was done, like when it was published, what number, what volume, all that good stuff, right? So let's look at the issue. View the issue. So we've gone to the actual magazine page. You can do Spanish, you can do English. They have 2 versions, okay? Gives you an issues summary. You can share it by sharing this QR code with a friend. You can share a link. They have a teacher's guide, so you have lessons that go with the magazine. You have flip through magazine that you can put up on a projector. So let's go to English Digital. Okay, so now you're on the page that shows you the magazine. Now imagine you're on your iPad, your kid's iPad. You can put it on your screen, whatever you want to do, right? Because it's internet based. So it's giving you some instructions on how to use it. Got it. Okay, so you're just going to go through and view the magazine. Isn't this amazing? I tell you. Oh. And not only are you getting the magazine, but it will read it to you and your child. I don't know what else you guys want. This is National Geographic's. If you want to put a little bit of sauce on there, I mean, you got quizzes, questions. You want to put a little bit more sauce on there. If you have Disney Plus, I'm not advocating for them, but if you have National Geographic's channel or Disney Plus or whatever, you pair it up with a video, a documentary. This website is bomb. Okay, you're welcome, Mama. Okay, last one, Virtual Nerd. Now it looks very unassuming. You're like, what is this? Blah blah blah. Okay. I know it says Texas. Don't worry about that. You don't have to just be in Texas. If you have a kitty who is like middle school math is no joke. I'm sorry. So there's so many videos that you can pull up on YouTube to help your child. But if you wanted something like really in depth, this is a great one. So let's go to grade 6 through 8. Okay. So we went into the middle school math. Here's a list of 413 virtual nerd tutorials for just middle school math. Just 413 of them. Okay, so you're gonna just find what your child needs, help with. Let's say it's number sense, order of operations. Let's go here. Here you go. Videos upon videos. Just look at this. Videos. Here we go. So this is basically the video. It's someone teaching it to your child. Then, to make sure you really get it, you usually have worksheets or notes from the video that you can download as well. And you can print this out. Don't say I didn't tell you. Don't say I didn't tell you. This is amazing for middle schoolers. Okay? So that is Virtual Nerd. Okay, that's it. Aren't those sites so good? They're really amazing. These are sites that, like, when I found them, I couldn't believe they're free. And especially Common Sense, it saved me in so many situations, from like books, movies, just having greater awareness of what media we're consuming and the kids are consuming. So I hope these tips were helpful. If you enjoyed this and got some resources that you can use, put in the comments and let me know which one your favorite is. Tell me if you have any more that you'd like to add to the list. Put it down below, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.